As we speak, President Biden has been addressing the issue of George Floyd in the White House. He has talked to the Floyd family, asking how are they doing, how are they coming along. What do you hope to come out of this tragic situation? What would be the best case?
Well, I don't know if I know what the best case will be. I know what I'm hopeful for. I think that all of us saw a legal lynching taking place. That's exactly what happened here. Now, we have to await the verdict of the jury. My hope is that the members of that jury will see and feel what so many of us saw and how we all felt about what was taking place. And that, to me, should be what we adjust to. Now, you know, Charleston, South Carolina is in my district. I knew many of those people, the 9 people at Emmanuel AME Church. And I think we demonstrated in Charleston how you react to these sort of things. And I would hope the country will have gotten a lesson from the families and friends of the Emmanuel 9.
And we all remember the tragedy in Charleston, how you all handled it, the forgiveness that was shown by relatives of some of those who were killed. At the same time, have things really changed over time? We keep seeing these instances, but it doesn't seem to change much. And particularly with respect to President Biden, you're very close to President Biden. A lot of people think you really were key to his being in the White House. What would you hope he could do for the black community across the country in the wake of this?
I'm very hopeful that everybody will respond to President Biden's leadership. As you know, and just said, we have been interacting with each other for a long time. We've talked about his growing up in Delaware, my growing up in South Carolina, and lessons learned from all of that. And I think he's putting those lessons to practice as President of the United States. And I'm hopeful that everybody will follow his leadership.
Congressman, there are a lot of very strong feelings across the country, as there should be in something that's this momentous. And it's understandable people get pretty passionate, pretty stirred up about it. But we had one of your colleagues, Maxine Waters, go up to Minneapolis and actually say if it doesn't come out the right way, that there should be more confrontation. Where is the line for a leader such as you or such as Maxine Waters in making sure we express the proper passion, but not go over the line and really incite what could turn into violence?
Well, I don't know where that line is. I do know this, that I'm a little bit incensed that this will be politicized by the leadership of the Republican Party. He didn't have one word to say about Mo Brooks just minutes before that insurrection on the 6th of January. Mo Brooks was making incendiary remarks here in Washington. Maxine wasn't even in Washington when the remarks were made, and they don't even come close to what Mo Brooks said, and it led to an insurrection and some deaths. Now, I think we ought to stop trying to politicize every time that someone makes a political statement. Let's just remember, our Constitution guarantees the right to redress, the right to petition, and I believe that free speech is there as well. And that should be our guidance here, not trying to politicize every time someone makes a statement.
Congressman, I'd like to turn to another role you play. You're chair of the Select Committee on the COVID crisis. And in that capacity, you've announced that you're going to have an investigation into the Emergent company in Baltimore that now apparently the FDA said don't keep making any of the ingredients that go into the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. What are you looking for in that investigation? I understand you haven't had it yet, but what questions will you be asking?
Well, we're very concerned that this company, with the track record it has had on not being able to deliver on the contracts that they've gotten in the past, then all of a sudden they turn up with this better than $600 million contract to do something that we already know they made a big error with several weeks ago when they mixed up AstraZeneca with Johnson & Johnson. That led to us having to destroy millions of vaccines. And here they are with this big contract, and we want to know whether or not one particular person who seemed to have a relationship with the Trump administration and with this company, whether or not that relationship led to this contract rather than their skills. And also, now I know FDA has asked them to cease. And I would hope that we will get to the bottom of this, because it looks as if some insider dealings were taking place rather than rewarding that company for the work it's done.